I'm Jess,
I'm Piper.
I'm Chris.
and we are Coffee and Scream. Happy New Year, my little Screamies.
Happy New
Yes,
Year.
Happy New Year.
How's everybody doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. We are actually recording remotely today. Piper and I are out solving some big cases.
Oh,
She's she's tracking down who killed the Black Dahlia, and
Oh, yeah.
It was me, I confess.
God
I
damn
can't
it.
sleep at night. I
Chris,
can't sleep. The
Christopher.
guilt. Oh, God.
And I'm
Come
in John Benet's house.
Oh,
Just hanging
yeah.
out,
Yeah.
having a spot of tea.
Mm-hmm.
You're
That's
in the
fucking
walls.
crazy, dude. Like, that case is still fucking blows my hair back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a big fucking fart.
That's a lot of hair.
It is a lot of hair.
So did you guys do anything fun for New Year's Eve?
No, I just worked.
I swear to you when I say that I went to sleep at probably quarter to half after 7, woke up at 2, fucking wiped my eyes, and then I went back to sleep until 6, and I remembered that I got myself a little bottle of Ruffino. So
Uh-huh.
I chugged that motherfucker at 6 in the morning.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I mean, in a
no.
way, I was like, Happy New Year, fucking, now I'm awake.
You know what? No, you do you. That's good.
Yeah, hey, I'm a single guy.
That's fine.
I don't have to answer to no one.
That's adorable.
Oh,
But it was good.
yeah.
It was actually really good. I'm not like a huge champagne guy, but or prosecco.
No,
whatever
the
the fuck.
Rufino is good. I don't remember which one we had in the parking lot. Like, was it last year? Remember?
Yeah, I feel like that was
It might have been
like
Lamarca.
Corbel or some. You think maybe it was Lamarca
I
actually?
think it was Lamarca.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And that was all right. It was kind of stinky.
But yeah, they're all okay. Like, it's not my favorite. I gotta tell you though, I was recommending the cold duck left and right on New Year's Eve. So I was like, trust me, it's delicious.
Yeah, it was like sweet, but dude, it was
It's like sparkling, like alcohol, like grape soda. Like, it is delicious.
it was like a low 4%, right? It wasn't like
It's not
huge-
anything wild, yeah.
No, but it was good. Like it was definitely like refreshing, and I feel like that's something that people that don't drink would feel like, oh my god, look at me, like being bad.
Yeah, naughty.
But, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it was decent. It just tastes like grape juice.
Good. So, did
But
you
my
guys
New Year's
make
was
any?
good.
Yeah, did you make any resolutions or anything you want to get done this year?
Just to, like, live more,
Stay alive.
Yeah.
I think it was I was really feeling like maybe I should destroy this podcast from the inside out.
Yeah.
Slowly
Why?
sabotage, like kind of like a Gypsy Rose. I'll do like a Gypsy Rose type deal
Oh
where
no.
they're like, "Oh, how's the
Oh, no.
podcast?" I'm like, they're
Am
very
I
sick.
DD?
They're both
Am I
really
D-
sick.
Oh, no.
So what'd you say? What'd you say, Jess?
Am I Dee Dee? Am I the mom?
No, I'd be the mom.
Why would you be the mom? No, the mom gets killed.
Yeah, but she was the one. Wasn't she destroying Gypsy Rose from the inside out?
Yeah. Well, it just wasn't good all the way around. Like,
Well, yeah, it's not gonna end well
Yeah.
for me. But
there's no winners.
I was watching a clip of that with my sister, and she was on The View, and
God.
it seemed so congratulatory that it was like, listen,
Oh no, they
like-
are really making this girl out to be like a saint.
and it's like an unfortunate situation that everyone involved was put in, and it's like, I feel like it's like I don't even know. There's like it's like a shameless kind of, and not coming from her necessarily. The people
Mhm.
that surround her, the fact that she's going on the fucking View, it's like, dude, just write a book. You will make a lot of money if you really need money. it's like,
Yeah.
I guess what are you spreading awareness about? I mean, like, the people that
Yeah.
you'd be spreading awareness to would probably not be able to see that kind of content. If they're kind of isolated from the world, they might not see the message you're trying to put out. I don't know, but like,
It's just she was she was a legal adult. I don't understand. Like, just leave. Just leave.
yeah,
Like,
just
when you're
call
wrong,
quits.
just leave. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I just, yeah.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
physically, like leave the house?
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly. Like, goodbye. Like, just go. Kind of, it
listen.
really had to come to that. Like, I don't
It's the
think
same
so.
thing with abusive relationships. Like, I don't know what goes through a fucking person's head. I've never really necessarily been in that situation, but she could totally just, I don't know, like, not go on The View. She could do that. She could cut and run and just be like, listen, I'm washing my fucking hands of this whole situation. I got lucky. She's out of my life, and, I feel like it's, like, unhealthy.
Yeah.
Well, she's
that's
already
who the
like
fuck
on
am I?
TikTok. She's already like all over the place. Like I said, like last week, I was like, I hope this girl just goes and lives a quiet life. And
Well, she's had a quiet life.
Yeah.
Think about it. She's so isolated. Like, she probably
no, but now she's like a celebrity, and that's gross.
But think about, like, her being
'cause-
isolated for years and then going right to prison. Like, she's never had this kind of attention, and it's fucking addicting. I feel like people are gonna take advantage of her.
Yeah,
what are your
but
thoughts, Piper?
I also feel like a lot of people are like too obsessed with her and everything. Like they're like, oh my god, like the boyfriend looks just like her mom, like saying all this like weird shit. And it's just like, leave this girl alone. She's been through enough. Just like, stop. She doesn't need to be a celebrity. She doesn't need to be an influencer. You need to leave her alone. Let her rest. Give her peace. Give her the closure she needs. Like, let her write her book, do whatever she wants to do. Like, let her say her piece. But do not turn her into something that she isn't.
Yeah, but to get out,
Yeah,
like,
she better not be like a fucking judge on The Voice or some shit. Like, I'm
gonna fucking imagine.
I swear to God.
Oh my god.
I swear to God.
But like, this is the thing. Did she even write a book yet? Because like, it would make more sense.
She is already, I think.
Well, my thing is like, it would make more sense if she, like, she got out of prison, she had some privacy with her family, whatever the fuck. Then when she writes her book, maybe she goes and finally speaks out in public, maybe on The View or wherever the fuck, and promotes her book. But it's kind of like they said when she was in the interview, they were like, oh, so, about you got out of jail 9 days ago. And I was like, and you're already on the fucking View? I would be so done. I wouldn't want to fucking deal with anyone personally. 9 days after getting out of prison for fucking 8 years, you're going on The View? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Even if you were stranded on an island, Castaway style, they would give you a fucking break. Like, they would probably want to hear it sooner than later, but like 9 days, that's I don't know. Being on TV at all is a fucking gamble because these people are fucking sick, half of them.
Yeah.
And they, who knows what their true intent is and what the fuck they want from you.
Yeah. Oh god.
I digress. Am I getting too strong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah. Let's see. There was something. Let's see. Oh, I kind of got a little feedback from last week that someone was shocked that I never saw the movie The Room.
The Room, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to watch it. And then they're like, you have to watch like the making of and blah blah blah. So I go to find it. This fucking movie is not streaming anywhere.
I think it's on YouTube in full. I think it's free on YouTube.
Okay, well, I didn't look there. But I was like, I'm seriously trying to jump through hoops to watch a movie I never even gave a shit about. That was actually like written as being the worst movie ever.
Oh, and the thing is like everyone involved. Well, I mean, maybe not everyone, but Tommy Wiseau's vision.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of drama for sure. It's a lot of the audio tapes were not.
I read like the whole synopsis and the plot, and I know what happens. So, because I like spoilers. I don't like surprises. So
that's fine. I mean, it's it's not like a sci-fi. It's not really gonna have any. I mean, there's twists and turns for sure. Like Benny needs drugs, and what is Mark's story?
Oh my
God, was he so great? You're gonna find out
Yeah.
why Mark's story was so great and why he's throwing that water bottle. Trust me.
My God. Okay.
But dude, it's one of those movies. I feel like it's just like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
It's like an unintentional Napoleon Dynamite. It's great. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, goodness.
You'll love
All
it.
right. Well, we have full disclosure. Piper and I are actually not out trying to solve crimes. We've both been sick.
Yeah.
In order to protect our little Christmas cookie, we decided to stay home.
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you.
I thought
it was for the greater good.
You were gonna.
It was to protect you.
Just kidding. They're sick. Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
Imagine you with the sniffles.
I was even going to go as far as to like order a postcard from Colorado and mail it to you from my house in New Jersey.
That would have been sweet.
From my house, for like 10 minutes from you.
Like, I read the date of the fucking letter and it's the same day as the delivery, and I'm like, huh?
Like, son of a bitch.
How did she know?
So Piper got sick first.
Yeah.
She was down for a few days, and I was, in my head, I was like, I'm like, my immune system is great. Chris was sick, then it was Piper. I'm like, I'll be fine. We're good. No. Yeah, that didn't end well.
Did you both get the same thing?
Yeah.
No, we both had different things. And Piper, how you feeling? You feeling better?
Yeah, I feel better. I went to like a third party place because I don't have a primary care person. But what they diagnosed me with was a viral infection, which is like a cold but with like flu symptoms. So like yeah, like it's self-explanatory. Like I had like chills, like the whole 9 yards. Like it was not fun. I drove myself there, and the ride home was terrifying because my chills were so violent that I almost had a terrible dizzy spell, and I almost passed out behind the wheel.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah, I was
Imagine
just
getting
like,
into a fucking car accident sick.
yeah, that would have sucked.
Oh.
I feel clean as a bird.
But I'm alive and I'm here and my car is fine. All it did was hit the curb when I pulled up to my house.
Oh, bless your soul.
Fucking scrapes.
It's okay. The curb wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, I feel like Kia Soul is more. It's like a personality trait.
It definitely
makes sense. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, no, it does.
It puts the soul in you.
It does.
Yeah, you guys can probably definitely still hear it in my voice.
I can,
but
yeah, like a little bit, not too bad. You don't sound terrible.
I am congested to all hell. I called my grandmother for her birthday today, and she was like, "Oh, like I can see it in your eyes and everything." Like,
honey, you sound like shit.
Oh.
You say, "Hey, grandma." She says, "Is that my grandson?" And you're like, "No, it's me, it's Piper." And you're like,
"It's
she's
me,
like,
Jessica." Oh my god. So what were you saying about your medicine was giving you some weird dreams?
Oh my god, yes. So when I went to the doctor, they prescribed me with promethazine, and
Prometheus.
And here's the whole story about that. So I didn't have like any of those like little cups or like those medical syringes to measure how much I was supposed to take. But then I texted Jess about it the one night, and I've been using a baking teaspoon to take my medicine. That's the only thing we have.
I accidentally taught her how to make lean.
Wait, is promethazine?
No.
Oh my god.
Wait, maybe.
It's promethazine.
What was it? Promethazine?
Promethazine, however.
Oh my god, they gave you that?
Is that serious stuff? I don't even know what that is.
I suddenly have a cough.
It's
I suddenly have a. No, I'm kidding. I've never done that.
It's like syrup, like it's like that nasty cough syrup taste.
It's pronounced scissorp. It's pronounced scissorp.
Yes.
Okay, but anyways, we're gonna get to the dream. Okay, so
Yeah.
Ever since I've been taking this medicine, I've been getting this really weird reoccurring dream, and so I'm not in the dream. Like, I'm always in the first person view of someone else. And I'm always someone else's sister. And my sister is always ginger for whatever reason. And
like ginger hair color, or her name is Ginger?
Like ginger
or
hair
rib.
color.
Your sister's rib in your dream?
What?
Okay, no.
And so my sister's always ginger in my dream, but it's not me and my sister in real life. It's like we're two completely other people. And for some reason, like we start fighting, and like I'm the sister who throws the first punch in the fight, and like it's like unnecessarily violent, and then there's like other aspects to it that I can't remember. Like every time I wake up, like I think last night, like the cause of the fight was like over the water bill in the house or something. Like it's always a fight, but it's always something different.
You fist fought your imaginary dream sister over a water bill.
And I literally don't know why. I guess because my brain is working so hard to make up these scenarios, I keep waking up at like 3:30 in the morning with like a pounding headache.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what the fuck did this bitch at urgent care prescribe me?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's bringing to your subconscious the fact that you don't like people with red hair.
Yeah, I think that's the meat of it.
I hate ginger.
Imagine her fucking sitting up in bed at 3 a.m. just rubbing her head silently. Just fucking
with a fist
from dreaming too hard.
Like I legit I woke up like last night and my head was pounding and I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
That's terrible, dude.
Like this is the second night I've had that dream. It's wild.
Ugh. Well, I did not have anything that fun. I don't know if I had. No. Well, I did have a nightmare, but it was because I've been watching the series and I dreamed about one of the people in it, but we're going to talk about that next week. I don't want to talk about it. But the past 2 days, I have had, I don't know if it's either a stomach virus or food poisoning. It just, I went to bed one night and in the morning I woke up and I was like, oh God. And I was just like throwing up and it was just awful and I was freezing and I just slept all day yesterday and I just was miserable. Part of me thinks it was probably food poisoning. I didn't eat anything crazy, dinner and everything. My kids, everyone's fine. But late at night, now this is what I think happened. I was letting my son, he was feeding me those pita chips, like by hand to my mouth. Now, I usually make it a rule to never eat anything a child hands me because kids are. So I think he did me dirty.
Oh my God. Picking veggies and fucking picking his nose.
Oh God, dude. Like my stomach is turning just thinking about it. So I don't ever want to see those again. But also, not only that, I also ate, like, how Reese's they come in bars now too? Like, it's like a big bar. And I ate, it was like a king size. I ate half of it. Like, I was like a little hungry. Ate half of it. And as I was doing it, I was like, you know what? I'm like, this is not a good idea. I should stop. I need to stop. And then I went to sleep, and then the rest is history. So I think,
dude,
I don't know
so
what.
Good.
Yeah, not anymore. I have a whole like you can have it. I don't want it.
Shit.
No.
So yeah. So on that note, because we are, both kind of isolated and away from people, I figured today we're going to talk about Typhoid Mary.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Typhoid Mary.
Yes. So Mary Mallon, aka Typhoid Mary, she was born in 1869 in Cookstown, County Tyrone, Ireland. She may have been born with typhoid fever as her mother was infected during pregnancy. In 1884, at the age of 15, she emigrated from Ireland to the United States. She lived with her aunt and uncle for a time and worked as a maid, but eventually became a cook for affluent families. Now, typhoid, let me just pull up my my little notes here.
Handy dandy
Typhoid is a disease caused by Salmonella typhi bacteria. And the symptoms, they usually begin 6 to 30 days after exposure. And it is just like a stomach virus times 100 that can and most likely will kill you. You get like a high fever, abdominal pains, diarrhea for days.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's just awful. It's like headache, weakness, and fatigue, muscle ache, sweating, dry cough, loss of appetite, weight loss, stomach pain, swollen stomach, enlarged liver, spleen. And back then, like if it wasn't like treated, you would die.
Aren't all those are symptoms in themselves defense mechanisms?
What do you mean?
Like if you're sick, is your body trying to do whatever it can, whether it's heat up your body to a temperature that the bacteria or virus can't survive, whether it's puke to try to like purge yourself of whatever's inside of you, whether it's in your stomach or anywhere else, you start shitting. It's all a defense mechanism, right? Like that's crazy that you'll have all those symptoms like from one thing. Like your body is just a Hail Mary trying to fucking kill off whatever's inside of you. Like that's some scary shit.
Well, it's all the white blood cells working to fight the infection.
Yeah,
dude.
Even well, listen,
the loss of appetite, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not one of those parents like, oh, you have a fever, that's good. You're supposed to let it work. I'm like, no, I'm giving you Tylenol. Like,
yeah, you can't go crazy. You can't. Like, I understand why we have fevers, but you can't let it go fucking amok.
No, fevers scare me. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, because especially when you get too high.
It usually means they're turning.
This is kind of an important note here because it plays in. Typhoid is spread by eating or drinking food or water contaminated with the feces of an infected person. Okay, just keep that in mind.
Oh,
yeah, it's yeah.
Well, there goes my fun. There goes my fun.
Okay, Chris.
I'm sorry.
No, I can't even. I'm not even gonna. You guys want this hot chocolate? I don't even want it anymore. Ruined my fucking appetite.
Drink it. No, listen.
It's too hot.
From 1907 or from 1900 to 1907. Mallon worked as a cook in the New York City area for 8 families, 7 of whom contracted typhoid. In 1900, she worked in Mamaroneck, New York, where within 2 weeks of her employment, residents developed typhoid fever. Ooh. In 1901, she relocated to Manhattan, where members of the family from whom she worked developed fevers and diarrhea. Mallon then went to work for a lawyer and left after 7 of the 8 people in that household became ill. So she would definitely read the room and be like, okay, bye. Like,
yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, and like she Irish goodbye'd them.
Yeah, that's where it started. That's actually where it was founded.
Yeah, it's because she just dipped.
Because she was shitting in the cabbage.
Oh, she was like, fuck this shit, I am out.
Yeah. So in June of 1904, she was hired by a prosperous lawyer, Henry Gilsey, and soon 4 of the 7 servants were ill. No members of Gilsey's family were infected because they resided separately, which is the dream. Come on. And the servants lived in their own house. Immediately after the outbreak began, Mallon left and relocated to Tuxedo Park, where she was hired by George Kessler. 2 weeks later, the laundry worker in the household was infected and taken to St. Joseph's Regional Medical Center, where her case of typhoid was the first in a long time. The investigator Dr. R.L. Wilson concluded that the laundry worker had caused the outbreak, but he failed to prove it. The laundry worker died soon afterward.
Fuck,
And
man.
yeah, not good. In August 1906, Malin began a job in Oyster Bay on Long Island with the family of a wealthy New York banker, Charles Eliot Warren. Malin went along with the Warrens when they rented a house in Oyster Bay for the summer of 1906. From August 27th to September 3rd, 6 of the 11 people in the care came down with typhoid fever. The disease at the time was unusual in Oyster Bay, according to 3 medical doctors who practiced there. The landlord, understanding that it would be difficult to rent a house with a reputation of having typhoid, hired several independent experts to find the source of the infection. They took water samples from pipes, faucets, toilets, and the cesspool, all of which tested negative for typhoid. So then we're going to get into the investigation.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Where's Mary in all this?
Just in the background. Just
Is she
working.
fucking immune? Is she just like a carrier?
God damn it.
I was like speculation. You could say I don't know.
No, yes, actually you're right. She is.
Okay. All right. That's fucking.
She's
Oh my god. All right, go.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris, we need to start scripting your questions.
Seriously.
You can't script me.
You always like jump ahead and like nail it every time.
You don't have to tell me I'm right. You could just go.
Well, what am I gonna say? I'm not a dick. I'm not gonna be like, no, you're completely wrong, bro.
No, just be like, I don't know.
Yes,
like, we'll find out.
No,
that's when you say, stay tuned, audience. Stay tuned.
I'm just gonna be like, shh. Okay.
Yeah, you can shush me. That works.
All right. George Stopper, an investigator hired by the Oyster Bay property owner after the outbreak there, had been trying to determine the cause of typhoid outbreaks in affluent families. When it was known that the disease typically occurred in unsanitary conditions, he discovered that a female Irish cook who fit the physical description he had been given was involved in all of the outbreaks. He was unable to locate her because she generally left after an outbreak began without giving a forwarding address. So she wasn't an idiot. She's like, okay, bye. The Park Avenue.
Know?
I guess she knew because why? Like, it's too much of a coincidence to quit your job every time people started getting sick.
Yeah.
And like come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The Park Avenue outbreak helped to identify Malin as a source of the infections. Stopper learned of the case while it was still active and discovered Malin was the cook. Stopper first met Malin in the kitchen of the Bones Park Avenue penthouse and accused her of spreading the disease. Though Stopper himself recollected his behavior as diplomatic as possible, he infuriated Malin and she threatened him with a carving fork.
Oh.
Like how dare you accuse me of being dirty?
Yeah, I'll stab you.
Yeah.
I'll stab you with something I used to cook food for the people that I keep getting sick.
Let me just stick. How about you just let me stick my fingers in your mouth and we'll find out.
Yeah. Open wide.
Disgusting. Okay. When Malin refused to give samples, Stopper decided to compile a 5-year history of her employment. He found that of the 8 families that had hired Malin as a cook, members of 7 claimed to have contracted typhoid fever. Like, yeah, she's on a roll. Then Stopper learned where Malin's boyfriend, she had a boyfriend, okay, good for her, lived and arranged a new meeting there. He took Dr. Raymond Hubler in an attempt to persuade Mary to give them samples of urine and stool for analysis. Like, I'm sorry.
Hubler wants your shit.
Yeah, just like, hey, baby, give me a little bit of your shit, just a little bit.
I want your.
If you loved me, you'd give me your pee-pee.
You know.
Malin.
It's a sign of love.
Yeah. Oh God.
I just want to see something.
It'd be fun. Malin again refused to cooperate, claiming that typhoid was everywhere and that the outbreaks had happened because of contaminated food and water. And at the time, the concept of healthy carriers was unknown even to healthcare workers. Let's see. Stopper published his findings on June 15th, 1907 in the Journal of the American Medical Association. He wrote, "It was found that the family changed cooks on August 4th. This was about 3 weeks before the typhoid epidemic broke out. The new cook, Malin, remained in the family only a short time and left about 3 weeks after the outbreak occurred. Malin was described as an Irish woman about 40 years of age, tall, heavy, single," which, oof, mean. She seemed to be in perfect health.
Wait, I thought she had a boyfriend. Unless, did he fucking
That's what
die
I
too?
thought too. No, or maybe he's like, you know what? You're gross. I'm out.
He's like, dude,
Yeah, I don't know.
bro.
Maybe
He was like, dude.
He's like, people keep hounding me for your shit. I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
They're gonna start thinking things about me.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
Like,
my
who
girlfriend.
are you? Stopper notified the New York City Health Department, whose investigators realized that Malin was the typhoid carrier. By sections 1169 and 1170 of the Greater New York Charter, Malin was arrested as a public health threat. She was forced into She was forced into an ambulance by 5 policemen and Dr. Josephine Baker, who at some time had to sit on Malin to restrain her. Malin was transported to the Willard Parker Hospital, where she was restrained and forced to give samples, which now we know what the samples are. So that's fun.
Talk about a sample. That's a sample.
Yeah. For 4 days, she was not allowed to get up and use the bathroom on her own. The massive numbers in typhoid bacteria that were discovered in her stool samples indicated that the source of infection came from her gallbladder. During questioning, Malin admitted that she almost never washed her hands.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah. Because that's exactly what you want for the cook of your house.
It's
don't
like
wash
George
your
Carlin, he was saying, he's like, yeah, I wash my hands when there's shit on them.
Yeah, well, I think we know some people, who, gross.
Who, me?
Jess has seen me
No.
spray straight Lysol on my hands. I could never imagine.
I have seen her spray Lysol on her hands, and I
Have you guys ever
yelled
seen
at her.
Bubble Boy with Jake Gyllenhaal?
No.
Oh my god! All right, someone out there knows what I'm talking about. They're gonna be like, "Dude,
I
Bubble
know what you're
Boy,
talking
Jesus
about. I just
Christ!"
haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very interesting. It's kind of like The Room.
Let's see. On March 19th, 1907, Malin was sentenced to quarantine on North Brother Island. While quarantined, she gave stool and urine samples 3 times per week. Authorities suggested removing her gallbladder, but she refused because she claimed she did not believe she carried the disease. At the time, gallbladder removal was dangerous and people had died from the procedure. Malin was also unwilling to stop working as a cook, a job that earned more money than for her to do anything else. Having no home of her own, she was always on the verge of poverty. Which, you know what? If people are dying because you're touching their shit, like don't do that. Just don't.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
like
know.
also
Yeah.
if you're on the edge of poverty your whole fucking life, it's like you might as well just be just be fucking poor then. Get a job that doesn't make people sick. If you're already poor, fucking how much less could you possibly make? I mean, I know you probably work.
Well, yeah,
What
I
year
think
was
like she was making. This was 1907.
Oh my god! I don't know
So,
why I
like,
thought this was like yesterday.
If she was getting like $50 to be a cook, but only $30 to be like a maid, like just take the 30 then.
Yeah,
It's
like
not
it
that big
counts. Like every penny
Yeah.
counts, especially when you're that fucking poor in 1907.
Yeah. Alrighty. So,
But it's just like
because of
fucking.
it's awful. Yeah.
Mhm.
So because of the article that Stopper published, she attracted extensive media attention and received the nickname Typhoid Mary. Later, in a textbook that defined typhoid fever, she was again termed Typhoid Mary. Stopper visited Malin in quarantine, telling her he would write a book and give her part of the royalties.
I'm sorry.
Hi, puppy. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
We gotta call in.
Aw. Don't worry, she's not going to give you any treats.
It's just eating a burglar. It's fine.
No, Typhoid Mary's not going to hurt you, Honor. Fine.
No, that's
Honor?
Penny and Brutus downstairs. Honor's
Oh.
quiet.
Do you talk to him like a
That's
judge?
from
I would.
downstairs.
Yeah.
You should make one Your
They're
Honor,
loud.
and then the other one's called bailiff.
Bailiff.
Or, yeah, bailiff,
Councilman.
and you can say Your Honor.
Hold on.
I think I would like if I had to go to court, I would want it to be all dogs. Like
That
the
would be a
jury,
lot of
the
fun.
jury's full of dogs. All I have to do is bring a tennis ball, and I'm fucking out of there.
It's just a motorcycle. It's all right.
Yeah.
Be quiet. You gotta keep it down. You gotta keep the noise down. Mommy loves you. And your older sister Piper does too.
Can you imagine if this was like a horror movie where we're just like
Got it.
three dickheads,
Lotus.
doing a podcast, and then one of us, one at a time, gets picked off until there's only one of us, and then that person has to finish the
Lotus.
episode looking
Be
over the
quiet.
shoulder.
I would love that so much.
Isn't that scary?
I would. Which one? Well, we all know Piper would go first.
Yeah. You'd probably go last.
Me?
Hey!
I feel like I would go to turn
Hey,
around to like
I
grab a
heard
beer and
that.
I'd go, "What the fuck is that?" And it would kill me.
Hi,
And then-
Piper. Welcome back. Oh, I said you're a final girl.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I don't know what you're listening to.
Yeah.
You said,
I feel like Jess would be
you said
last
I'd
because
die
you'd be
first.
stuck in the car. You'd be stuck in the car, and then it would be outside, like licking the window, and you'd be sitting there
Ew.
screaming. It'd be like, ah.
No, but
That's what-
Piper has like a pack of dogs to protect her. Like
That's true.
it'd probably be you first.
What if it's whatever it is so fucking scary the dogs piss themselves and run into the closet, tail between their legs? It's that dire.
No, she has one
Honor
gigantic dog.
Yeah.
Honor has little dog syndrome. Like she's like, I'm sure she's like an ankle biter if like the situation calls for it.
She's an uncle biter.
Uncle Biter.
Like Honor's ferocious with me sometimes,
Well,
and
let's
she
see.
likes
Something
me.
else.
So,
Alrighty, let's get back to it.
all right.
I forget where I was. Oh, so let's
Is
see.
this all Typhoid Mary, by the way? Because this is fucking interesting.
Yes.
I never. Okay.
Yes.
We're only doing Typhoid Mary today,
Hell yeah.
and I still got a little bit to go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Okay, so Stopper visited Typhoid Mary in quarantine, telling her that he's going to write a book and he's going to give her part of the royalties, and she angrily rejected his proposal and locked herself in the bathroom until he left. She hated the nickname and wrote in a letter to her lawyer, just basically like, I wonder how he would feel if I named him Typhoid whatever.
Gerald.
Yeah. So not all medical experts endorse the decision to forcibly quarantine Malin. For example, some argue that she just had to be taught how to carefully treat her condition and ensure that she would not transmit the typhoid to others. Which, if she says she doesn't wash her hands, like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's 40. She's all doggy tricks.
Yeah, good hygiene, I think, needs to be instilled from childhood.
Yeah.
Even as a cook, man, that's a different kind of fucking sanitary. You gotta be. Well, it's 1907, so what the fuck?
Yeah, like when I worked at Taco Bell, we had like a strict regimen of like how to clean our hands and everything.
Yeah, and you guys wore gloves.
Yeah.
So let's see. So people consider this isolation to be unnecessary and overly strict punishment. Malin suffered from a nervous breakdown after her arrest and forcible transportation to the hospital. In 1909, she tried to sue the New York Health Department, but her complaint was denied, and the case was dismissed by the New York Supreme Court. Let's see. She was obliged to give samples for analysis 3 times a week, but for 6 months was not allowed to visit an eye doctor, even though her eyelid was paralyzed and she had to bandage it at night.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
From what?
I don't know.
Yikes.
Her medical treatment was hectic. She was given Eurotropin in 3-month courses for a year, threatening to destroy her kidneys. That was changed to brewer's yeast and a gigantic word that I cannot even say. Hexamethyl Okay. In increasing doses. She was first told that she had typhoid in her intestinal tract, then in her bowel muscles, then in her gallbladder. Malin herself she claimed never to believe she was a carrier. With the help of a friend, she sent several samples to an independent New York laboratory. Ew! That would be like you, Piper, you'd be like, Jess, mail my poop to someone. Like, help get this poop somewhere. Like,
well, did she not want her name attached to it?
I think, probably not. I think
they
it was
would be like, they would just throw it in the fucking dumpster.
Like, ew! Sick bitch.
Someone's like, who threw out my lunch?
Yeah. Ew.
It's like that thing 4 years ago when the e-girls online were selling their bathwater.
Oh, they still do.
They do?
I don't know.
Still?
I fucking hope not. There's a market for everything.
We're going to skip ahead a little bit. After 2 years and 11 months of her quarantine, Eugene H. Porter, the New York State Commissioner of Health, decided that disease carriers should no longer be quarantined and that Malin could be freed if she agreed to stop working as a cook and take responsible efforts to avoid transmitting typhoid to others. On February 19th, 1910, Malin said she was prepared to change her occupation and would give assurance by affidavit that she would, upon release, take such hygienic precautions as would protect those with whom she came in contact from an infection. She was released from quarantine and returned to the mainland. But do you think she stopped?
No.
Probably not, no.
No.
Okay.
It's like her life.
So upon her release, Malin was given a job as a laundry worker, which paid less than cooking, $20 per month instead of $50. After a time, she wounded her arm, and the wound became infected, meaning that she could not work at all for 6 months. After several unsuccessful years, she started cooking again. She used fake surnames like Brejoff or Brown and accepted jobs as a cook against the explicit instructions of health authorities. No agencies that hired servants for affluent families would offer her employment, so for the next 5 years, she worked in a number of kitchens in restaurants, hotels, and spa facilities. Almost everywhere she worked, there were outbreaks of typhoid. However, she changed jobs so frequently that they were unable to find her. In 1915, Malin started working at Sloan Hospital for Women in New York City. Soon, 25 people were infected and 2 died.
Jesus.
The chief obstetrician, Dr. Edward B. Cregan, called Stopper and asked him to help in the investigation. Stopper identified Malin from the servants' verbal descriptions and also by her handwriting. Malin fled again, but the police were able to find and arrest her when she took food to a friend on Long Island. Malin was returned to quarantine on North Brother Island on March 27th, 1915. Let's see. Little is known about her life during the second quarantine. She remained on North Brother for more than 23 years, and the authorities gave her a private 1-story cottage. As of 1918, she was allowed to take day trips to the mainland. In 1925, Dr. Alexandra Plavska came to the island for an internship. She organized a laboratory on the second floor of the chapel and offered Malin a job as a technician. Malin washed bottles, did recordings, and prepared glasses for a pathologist. Let's see. Yeah, or some people are like, this whole thing, they're like, oh, well, some people think like it wasn't her fault. Some people think it was her fault. Like that they were just, overtly cruel to her. So it's just,
I can't imagine being, because it's like she didn't ask for this.
No, but she also wasn't stopping it.
Yeah, exactly. But, it's
just gross. Yeah.
It's like, think about it. Like, imagine being trapped, but you can get out of the trap. And it's like, think about her as an animal. Like, from an animalistic standpoint, I understand just wanting to survive and, like, not wanting to essentially be in prison by yourself for the rest of your fucking life. Like, that's...
No, it's depressing. Like, I wouldn't even, like... But part of me thinks, like, why wouldn't she, like, just... I don't know why she left Ireland. Like, maybe there was nothing there for her anymore.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I would have
goes
gone
to-
back.
Yeah. And dude,
Uh,
what was the detective's first name? Because dude, I was gonna say if his name is Tony, Typhoid Tony, like that's to
Stop.
me
That
that's
would have
way
been funny.
that's way more catchy. Like imagine if she's like,
No.
I'm gonna take it back and ruin his name, and he's like, fuck.
Or if his name
Typhoid
is
Tony?
Larry, like all right, Typhoid Larry,
Yeah, it rhymes. It still rhymes with
Yeah.
Mary.
Typhoid
Fuck.
Gary,
Gary.
Typhoid. Yeah, it can go all sorts of ways. It'd been
When
funny.
you said
Actually,
I just want to say when you said that she went under like different names, like I just imagined like Ryphoid Carrie, like it's like something like that. Okay, go on.
And
Oh my God,
and then the
that'd be
children
so
make up nursery rhymes like Typhoid Larry and Mary sitting in a tree.
Was there a Typhoid Mary like nursery rhyme?
I don't
thinking of
know. We're actually gonna look at. Well, remember, there's a thing in the office that I printed out during COVID. It's a little cartoon of Typhoid Mary. It says Typhoid Mary says, "Wash your fucking hands."
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Well,
I think the same one's in the bathroom at work too. No,
maybe I don't know. I have to shame people constantly. I don't know. Let's see.
with the Stand By Me kid's still in the bathroom.
You know what? I'd put that in there as a jump scare. That's fine. He scared me when I was a kid. It's fine. I just want to share the joy with everybody. Okay?
Awesome.
Malin spent the rest of her life in quarantine at Riverside Hospital in North Brother Island. She was quite active until suffering a stroke in 1932. Afterwards, she was confined to the hospital, and she never completely recovered and was half of her body remained paralyzed. On November 11th, 1938, she died of pneumonia at the age of 69. Malin's body was cremated and her ashes were buried at St. Raymond's Cemetery in the Bronx. 9 people attended her funeral. Some sources say that a post-mortem autopsy found evidence of live typhoid bacteria in Malin's gallbladder. Stopper wrote, however, that there was no autopsy and claimed that the site and claims cited by other researchers to assert conspiracy to claim public opinion after her death. So he's like, yeah, no, that there was no autopsy after, so I don't know. And that is the story of Typhoid Mary.
Beautiful.
Woo! Yes, my sources were Wikipedia and Wikipedia.
That's
Wikipedia.
Insane, dude.
Yes.
Like, have they ever
Yes.
taken that like and made a horror movie where there's just like someone infected with this unknown illness and they just keep skipping town and getting sick, getting people fucking sick?
No,
Like that.
but
that's
you
like,
know, when I was reading about her, and I was even watching like have you ever seen the show Drunk History?
yes.
There's a Drunk History episode about her.
Really.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Theo Vaughn
but-
and fucking David Hall.
Yeah, but we have a customer that comes into our store usually during the day. I don't want to say her name. Her fingernails are something to see.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
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 I picture her as like Typhoid Mary.
Oh my god, dude. That would be so like if they made a movie and it was her, like I would watch that every day. That'd be the funniest fucking movie.
You know what? Make it. You should make the movie.
Just
Like, hey,
I don't know.
hey. I have a proposition for you.
Oh yeah.
I will pay you in Bud Ice cans.
Woo!
Three
She would.
tall
she would-
boys a day.
She would start tap dancing.
Oh my god.
She would
Yeah, she
do the fucking Charleston.
But you know
No,
she's
wait,
gonna improv a lot.
no, wait,
She's not
doesn't
gonna she's not gonna stick to script. She's gonna.
No, you can't tell her how to act. She's got
Oh.
her own mind.
I would.
No, wait,
love it.
doesn't she get the Keystone?
Is it Keystone?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I think it is.
All I know is a blue tall boy. It's a blue tall boy, and it might be Keystone Ice. I want to say or Keystone Light.
Yeah, I think it's Keystone Light. Blue
I don't know.
can.
But
But she's
we
gonna
all
hear this
know.
episode and she's be like, "Are you fucking talking about me?
No, no,
I'm
never.
gonna say something.
No.
I'm gonna say something."
Stop it. Stop it. That. Okay. I've
You
had
know,
enough.
I've been working on it.
It's beautiful.
Thanks. All right.
Ah,
Typhoid fucking Mary, man.
yes. So that is why we couldn't get together. I was not going to be a Typhoid Mary. Neither was Piper. So.
I just realized the parallel.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was because it was interesting.
Really? That's what I said to you today. I was like, oh, well, it's fitting that we're doing it remotely because of what we're talking about.
Oh, and that's when I asked the question. I probably steamrolled it and just went right for the curse. What I thought a curse. Remember? I thought it was the curse of Chucky or something.
Nope. The thing, that topic is next week. We will all be in the same room together. It'll be magical. I can't wait to kiss everybody on the mouth.
Fucking
yes.
I'll be so
kiss
healthy.
Me on my ass.
Your fucking ass.
My fucking ass.
Your fucking ass. All right. Well, let's see. Let's do our plugs now, shall we? Mm-hmm. You can find us on Instagram, Piper.
At Coffee and Scream Pod.
Yes. Would you like to drop your Instagram?
It has my last name in it, so no, thank you.
Okay.
If you want to find me that much, you can. You go look for it.
Yeah, you know what? No, it's fine. Just the podcast Instagram is fine. We are also on Twitter at @CScreamPod. That's C the letter Scream Pod. I really should get more active on that, but whatever. And I'm also at It's Jess G. That's Jess with one S on Twitter. Chris, you can find him every Tuesday on Twitch at 7:00. Wonder Time Theater. Go ahead.
7 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
I
7,
am
8.
also on Twitter at Royal Homicide. I think it's the X and Roy. I think it's the O and Royal that is an X though.
You can find her through me.
Yes.
Can I just replug? I just want to replug. Twitch.tv/Wonder
Yeah.
Time Theater. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. We watch full movies, provide commentary. We look at the fucking shit that's coming out. And last week we did Planet Terror 2007. Robert Rodriguez. And have you guys seen that? It was the same guy who did like Once Upon a Time in Mexico. He did the Spy Kids movies. Remember what I was telling you about Thanksgiving?
Yes.
So that trailer, the original trailer for that movie, was like a segue in between trailer between those two movies. It was a Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez double feature. But Planet Terror is like a classic zombie movie. It's got fucking Bruce Willis in it. It's awesome, and it's like almost filmed low budget. There's like way too much blood. It's great. But hope you'll join us for next episode.
Yes, and you can also find us on buymeacoffee.com/coffeescream, one word, if you'd like to support the show. And actually, we did get another supporter. Very exciting. Yes, someone brought us some coffees to Cobb Police Fan. So thanks. Yes.
We should do a thing where I threaten every new subscriber.
You should. Definitely.
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. Yeah, that's number one. Take that to the bank.
I'm gonna send my goons after you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you what for. I'm gonna show you the business.
I'm gonna cut off your feet.
Yeah, Shane.
Yeah,
Shane. Right. Well, I missed you guys, and
miss you too.
I will see you hopefully very soon.
Yes.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.